Hey everybody, welcome back to VGC Regulation F, where today I have the first full-length Showdown Salt style video in a hot minute. And this wasn't originally going to be a Showdown Salt video, but I played against somebody who was a real jerk when I was using this team, and I decided that I wanted to put them on full blast. Is that petty? Maybe a little bit, but you know, sometimes it be what it be. So yeah, today we're using Instruct Smeargle next to Specs Fluttermane, which is very cool. It's a very, very gimmicky strategy. I don't know if I necessarily suggest that you use this strategy, but it is very funny. And if you like teams that are very funny and can usually win on turn one, well, there you go. I played a lot of games where people just forfeited. You'll see that in this video. There are a lot of games where people just forfeit after turn one. The Instruct combo is very, very strong when you get it off. Basically, the whole backbone of this team, we have Scarf, Smeargle. I'm running Moody in this video. I don't know if I would recommend that you run Moody. Maybe Own Tempo is better, probably the best bet that you have, because Technician doesn't do anything. We're not running any damaging moves. But at least Own Tempo, like, you get immunity to sound moves. That's probably going to be handy at least once or twice. I realized that by running Moody, I was risking getting weird stat boosts to like make myself bad on if they didn't forfeit it for turn one, but I didn't realize until after I was editing all the footage, so don't run Moody. Anyway, we're running Instruct, Spore, Decorate, and Entrainment. This is an Entrainment in Moody Smeargle. I did play a bunch of games where Entrainment was nice for the Regigigas mode, but apparently I didn't save any of those replays, so I'm sorry, you'll just have to take my word for it. But yeah, you just got like a good mix of support and just like damage output here with the Smeargle. I mean, obviously it's all supporting moves, but Instruct means that we go again. And if you didn't know, if the Pokemon moved last turn and Smeargle tries to Instruct them this turn and Smeargle moves first, it kind of works like an after you, which is a neat interaction. So like, for example, if you Instruct your Fluttermane, or rather, if Smeargle hits the field the turn after like Chi-Yu hit a Heat Wave, next turn when Instruct goes off, Heat Wave is going to be the move that Chi-Yu uses, even though Chi-Yu hasn't moved yet that turn. Just a really cool interaction to keep in mind if you ever use this team. 4 helps. Sometimes you just need to put things to sleep really fast, and if that's all Smeargle does, that's okay. We have Decorate, which is better next to Chi-Yu if Chi-Yu hasn't moved yet. We get the +2 special attack. Sometimes it's good with the Fluttermane too, if you don't think you're going to get the Instruct off. And then you have Entrainment again. Giving Moody to the Regigigas on this team was very useful in some matchups. Kind of carried me until I figured out how the Fluttermane Smeargle mode worked. Then we have Specs Fluttermane. Now our Smeargle is 1 speed slower than our maximum speed Fluttermane. Basic idea here is we're just going to Terra Fairy. We're going to click Dazzling Gleam. We're going to get off the really strong Dazzling Gleam, and then just in case anything lives, it probably will. The Dazzling Gleam misses KOs on a lot of things. If it lives 1 Dazzling Gleam, it's probably not going to live 2 Terra Fairy Dazzling Gleams. We're just running like a pretty standard like specs, like Max Fluttermane. Terra Fairy, D-Gleam, Moonblast, Power Gem, and Shadow Ball. I threw Power Gem on here for Entei, because the Entei matchup is very hard, but between Terra Ghost, Smeargle, and Power Gem Fluttermane, we can actually KO it as long as we get the Instruct off, which we should pretty much always. Entei is never really like Scarf, so it's never going to outspeed our Smeargle, and that's really nice. Just 2 Power Gems will KO most Entei. Then we have Regigigas here. I'm running Terra Stellar Regigigas. There's a reason for this. One of the problems with like all of these Moody Entrainment teams that I've been running are basically that you don't have a great way to hit ghost types, because a lot of these Pokemon are like fighting normal types. You have like your normal stab move, right, and then Fluttermane comes along and you can't hit them. So I'm running Terra Blast for Terra Stellar, and my basic plan here was that like most things aren't going to KO Regigigas, so we don't really need a defensive Terra type, and Stellar Terra Blast can hit at least everything for neutral. And it will be special or physical depending on which of Regigigas' stats is higher, as long as we're terastallized. So it's always like a good option for damage if Regigigas needs it. Now this is just like a really just bulky Regigigas Facade Terra Blast Protect substitute, nothing crazy going on there. leftovers. It was neat in the games where I needed it, and I'm sorry I didn't save any of those games, but they would have been very long, boring games anyway, so... Then we have Chi-Yu. If Smeargle isn't going to work, Chi-Yu Fluttermane is a very good lead. Heatwave, Dark Balls, Overheat, Protect. Nothing too crazy going on here. I am running Overheat mostly because we can decorate ourselves with Smeargle, and then the Overheat stat drops are meaningless. So that's pretty cool. Just Terra Fire for extra damage. Gyarados here was like an unsung hero of this team, man. It was so good on the Regigigas mode. It was so good for helping me get around like a Moongus and like stuff like that. Yeah, Hard Walls, Urshifu Rapid Strike, which if it's Scarf will be faster than our Smeargle. It Hard Walls, I mean it doesn't Hard Wall Entei because you can't intimidate them, but you at least don't take damage from Sacred Fire, which is nice. It was just a really good mon for like those matchups where we really couldn't get off the gimmick and we just needed like a little bit of extra oomph. And then we have Rillaboom. My idea with this Rillaboom when I put on here was that Grassy Surge, Grassy Terrain Recovery was really good for Regigigas. And then Miracle Seed, Grassy Glide. Most Urshifus are not EV to take the Miracle Seed version of Grassy Glide, which is nice. Terra Grass just for extra damage. And then I figured if I led like Chi-Yu Rillaboom, I could U-turn out, and then next turn I could do the like Instruct after you play. Which I did do a few times. I guess, yeah, obviously I didn't save those replays either. I don't know why. But it was a very cool kind of thing where like we have that switch out move that gets Smeargle in safe, and then Smeargle can basically click after you, but it's Instruct, so that Pokemon gets to move twice, which is really cool. Yeah, this was a fun team. Honestly, I think it'd probably do okay on the best of one ladder in game because it's just such a best of one team. And that's okay sometimes. Sometimes you just want to play a fun little best of one team. And, yeah. Oh, just so you know, that guy, it's the next battle. That guy that was really mean and salty, he PM'd me after that game and started harassing me in PMs and got him suspended, which was... You love to see it. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy the rest of this video. I tried my very best on the time that I had. Tried to find a good balance between like the old full-length Showdown Salts I used to do with just sound effects and the newer like shorts with like a lot of visual things going on. So hopefully I found that balance, and hopefully this is a good video. And as always guys, if you like the video, leave me a big fat like, leave me a comment, tell me what you want to see in the future, and subscribe. We just hit 2,400 subscribers. Congratulations to us. Here's to the next 2,400. And with that everybody, let's get on with the rest of the video.
Get over here! Booty jazz! Let's jam! Get over here!
Water.
I don't think so.
Tasty.じゃあ15時間あたりからサーチするぜ。
Out came the sunshine and dried up all the rain. Again!
Another. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Going ghost!
There she goes again. There she goes again.
Tasty.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Splish! Splish!
Take it back now, y'all.
Once upon a time, man, I heard that I was struggling. Came from a gym where power creep wasn't coming in. Face long, stats tight, defense up, shack height. Sturdy on me, sash like, got the TM last night. Hit me with that good move, make the smile and act right. Bast boys, bout to hit that builder. I know that's right. Big Bast busting out these body presses, bout to buy a body bag and beat 'em back and make 'em pack it up. Big Bast busting out these body presses, bout to buy a body bag and